At the end of verse 3 in Psalm 31, David writes, "For the sake of your name," he's talking to God, "for the sake of your name, lead and guide me. For the sake of your name, lead and guide me." And so David is appealing to God's desire to be known as somebody who leads and guides. For the sake of your name, lead and guide me. You know what profession leads and guides as part of their profession? A shepherd. You know what David was? A shepherd. So he was asking God to do for him what David had done for so many sheep. And David was reminding himself that this is going to happen. God is going to lead me and God is going to guide me. Somebody who is in need of leading and somebody who is in need of guiding, God is going to do that because God wants to be known as somebody who leads and guides. I wonder if this is what was going through David's mind as he was going up against Goliath. Because David, of course, didn't know how that was going to end. He didn't know that he didn't even know until a few minutes before he took the smooth stones from the creek bed that's what he was going to use to take down Goliath. He didn't know. He just went forward knowing that this giant is defying God. This giant is defying an army that says that they believe in God. And because God's reputation is at stake and because God wants to be known as the only God, there's no way that God is going to allow this giant to keep doing the things that he's doing and saying the things that he's saying. So I'm going to step in and I'm going to trust that somehow God is going to lead me, somehow God is going to guide me, and in some way God is going to provide the victory. He didn't know how, which meant David was living by faith. And that's a hard thing to do. When you don't know how things are going to turn out. When there are big giants standing in front of you, threatening you, bigger than you, stronger than you. It's sometimes hard to be confident that God is going to successfully lead you. God is going to successfully guide you. And so take a page from the book of David. Appeal to God's reputation. Remember what kind of God God wants to be known as. He wants to be known as a God who leads and guides, and don't take David's word for it. Look at Jesus. Open up to John chapter 10, where Jesus says he wants to be known also as somebody who leads and guides. That's where Jesus calls himself the shepherd. And what kind of shepherd does he want to be? Jesus tells us. He says, I want to be known as a shepherd who is good, who is always good to my flock. Even if my flock is sometimes bad to me, I will be good to them. Jesus said that he wants to be a shepherd who will lay down his life for the sheep, even if his sheep sometimes run away from him, even if they sometimes get lost, even if they all the time need saving. Jesus will not only come after them, he will give everything he has for them, even his own life. He wants to be known as that kind of God. He also wants to be known as a shepherd who knows his sheep by name. In other words, he sees you. He sees your life. He sees your needs. He sees your troubles. He knows all about your worries, your anxieties. He knows about the temptations that you easily slip into. He knows how you struggle to overcome them. He knows. He knows you need a shepherd. One who is good, one who will give everything he has to care for you, and one who will care for you, for your life. That's the kind of shepherd we need. And thankfully, that's the kind of shepherd we have. Someone who will not fail to lead and guide you. So go forward in faith, my friends. Jesus has earned our trust. He's earned our love. and he will be the perfect shepherd for every one of us. Rest well tonight, my friends.